Oh boy, we are back, guys, for one final game. That's right, no matter what happens, this is it. Elite Wolves versus Not Today in the Grand Finals game number 5 of the Best of 5 series. I'm Chicago Ted bringing you the action. Joining me is Illumini. Anything you want to see for this last game?
Well, I have to say the last game was already pretty nice to watch. There's been tons of kills been going on, and yeah, I feel like not today they finally found a tool to diffuse Elite Wolves teamwork and team fighting strategy. And that was just the fact that they went ham with a puck that was jumping around left and right, kiting the enemies, and then just Banhouse going in as a full-on tank mode with a Spectre. And yeah, it worked out pretty well for them. So
You notice how Puck is now banned out first in this game
yeah,
from Elite
and
Wolves. Like,
Elite Wolf was like, no, we're not gonna deal with that again. And they go for the Phoenix. So yeah, they just stick with the team fight, I guess. I mean, it has been serving them real well. So now, not today. They need to get something else to shut the team fight down.
yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Phoenix, don't worry about it. Phoenix has been their go-to pick now. Masoku has proven that he's a really great coordinated player on this hero. But I will say that that puck definitely gave him a run for their money in that last game. And I want to say that it may be a good idea to not let the Spectre get through again. But a lot of that can come down to the fact that Spectre just got so far ahead in the early game. It was brutal how many kills she was able to get. I think at one point she was, what, like 4-0? And with phase boots, drums, and Urn of Shadows well in advance of any other Spectre I think I've ever seen for the time. So, yeah, just don't let that Spectre, if she does get picked, get as much out of the game as she did. Not today. They'll go for the Lion Darkseer again for this game.
Um,
So,
it worked well for them,
oh
and
yeah.
even though Darkseid gave up that first blood, he gave them a run for their money and almost drained all their region. And then he TP'd back, was full HP, full mana, kept iron shelling all the creeps, and yeah, they had a rough time.
Yeah, I don't think Elite Wolves are going to go for the anti-mage again. Even though Van was incredible on the hero, it just was not quite enough to carry the game up against what Not Today had. And even though the anti-mage is good against some of the line heroes that Not Today had, it's just even though you stack intelligence, it's not like that makes anti-mage unkillable. It's not like that makes him a god in the game. It's one of the big things about it that I think was important to note is that with all that intelligence, all those intelligence heroes, they had so much lockdown for the anti-mage. So they had the static storm, they had the hexes, they had the stuns. It was enough to demolish the amount of demolish the anti-mage at any point in time. And of course, the wall of replica was really good at burning his mana as well. So I really think that Elite Wolves probably want to avoid that pick this time around and maybe grab something
Like a life stealer.
like a Life Stealer. I think Morphling I
Last
also
time,
like in this game.
last time Elite Wars did ban out the life stealer themselves because they were scared that not today would grab it since they got the pick right after the ban phase. But I haven't seen not today play too much life stealer, so maybe yeah they don't really want to pick it up, and Elite Wolves can secure it for themselves.
Yeah, I
So
think they should too. I really want them to have, if not a Life Stealer, something that carries a little bit harder than an Anti-Mage. I mean, if you run something like a Morphling, you run the risk of having to deal with silences. Even Lifestealer has a little bit of an issue with that, but at this point, they need more out of Van. He's such a good carry that unless they can make sure that Not Today can't pick up something like a Spectre or really any sort of other carry that destroys an anti-mage, all of them, then yeah, they can run it, but don't don't waste Van's potential on a hero that definitely will not be able to outcarry the enemy carry. And they ban out the Disruptor, which means, maybe they're going to go for it again.
Yeah, I guess it could work somewhat, but still, just getting a illusion diffusal blade carry against the anti-mage is pretty nice as well, since anti-mage himself doesn't have the biggest mana pool either, and as soon as you
Yeah.
don't have any left, well, you're gonna die.
Yeah, that is another major problem with the Anti-Mage, as you pointed out, just being able to knock down his own mana pool. And he is a sitting duck. So, yeah, I would love to see still the Lifestealer, maybe the Morphling. If not those two, maybe they pick up the Spectre for themselves. It's always good with the Phoenix Tidehunter because you put in the Haunt on top of that, and things get very nasty. But for not today, they grab themselves a Vengeful Spirit, which means they've got a lot of team fight control. They've got a lot of uh, buff up for their cores between the auras that the Darkseer picks up, the Vengeful Spirit's damage. So this could be a potential Sven game
Drawing.
for not today. I don't think they'll run the Drow. I'm not sure the Drow is the right option unless they want to go something really cheeky like Aghanim Scepter Mjolnir Drow. But
I mean, they do have the very last pick, so they might want to consider it depending on what Elite Wolves pick.
I
But
don't know. I'm
that's,
thinking more likely a Sven this game.
I don't really like the combination of Vengeful Spirit and Sven, since Vengeance Aura gives you bonus damage depending on your base damage, and
Right.
yes, Sven's ultimate pretty much does that with like 6 times the amount, so Vengeful Spirit doesn't give you that much more buff.
I think one of the key points that might be missing there, though, is the minus armor. Like, that gives you a percentage based increase on your bonus damage. So, that's one of the main things that I like about the Vengeful Spirit in conjunction with the Sven. But it's more than that. I think it's just the Darkseer and the Sven is
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
definitely. The surge with a Sven is insane.
Crystal Maiden's a pretty hard counter, I think. Not a hard counter, but a pretty good counter to the Sven because of her way to lock down the Sven pre BKB. It also will give a little bit to the Tidehunter and Phoenix. I'm wondering what their plan is though, because normally you don't pick up a Crystal Maiden unless you pick her up for the mana aura with someone else, and usually it's a carry that benefits off the mana aura. They could be thinking of a Sven for themselves, actually, the Crystal Maiden, or
Or
they
a
could be going for a
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, or they could be going for a PA or an Ursa even.
Which carry do you like a lot with a mana aura as well?
All of
What did
them.
I forget?
Not
I
joking.
think I had something else in mind and just forgot about it. Yeah, whatever. So not today. They get the Wind Ranger. Oh come on, this is the perfect draw.
I don't.
70 bonus damage from the draw aura.
It's looking better now that they picked up the Wind Ranger. I think that's definitely better.
Oh yeah, the Slag, of course. The thing is that when you have a Crystal Maiden and a Slag together, to base at all. So he
Oh,
can just stay on the
oh
map and keep
boy.
doing things.
Yeah, and you can't pick up a Drow Ranger when you've got a Slark. It is. Oh, it's gonna be a Juggernaut though. Huh.
I mean, not today. They could just pick up the Slag themselves. I mean, Juggernaut uses Omni Slash. You press Dark Pact and not Dark Pact. What's it called? Shadow Dance, and Omni Slash is over.
Or if you've got a Drow, just buy a Manta. If you Manta at
Yeah.
the right time in the Omni Slash, it doesn't persist. So, I like this ban. I do think the Invoker, even though they didn't grab it in the last game, I think it is very possible. I actually would have liked to see an Invoker in the last game a little more. To be perfectly honest, I think that might have been a little bit better than the Queen of Pain. But I digress. It's not important now. The Invoker being banned out by not today means Eat Wolves can't pick it up this time. They'll ban out the Slark. That's important to get rid of. That means not today. They can still run the Drow strat. Elite Wolves, uh, someone to deal with the Wind Ranger that's also being Drowed or there really aren't that many options for you.
I mean, right now they're just flipping the coin and right.
That'll give them a
Shouldn't he
lot of
have?
early game power, I think. And plus, Juggernaut, Crystal, Tide, Phoenix, they can 4v1 pretty easy. Or 4p1, not 4v1, fairly easily. So they should be able to create plenty of space with the Ember Spirit to either fight with them if it's pre 20 minutes, or create space for him if it's in that kind of awkward period of time where he doesn't fight effectively.
Well, now against an Ember Spirit, you don't really want to go too late anyway.
Okay,
I mean, Draw Ranger, you could just snowball and win. The only problem is, not today, they had problems with a team fight executioners. So I don't think they should go for the draw stat. When
oh
you're
yeah,
not comfortable,
100%, but they still might.
yeah, thinking about it. I mean, you can just see his mind rattling right now. Like smoke clouds over his head, and he's like, "Can we do it? Shall we really risk it?"
Well, if it's a draw strat, this game we know is going to end fairly soon, which
Yeah.
may or may not be very, very nice to have. So,
All right,
oh
it's a Spectre.
God.
Another 60-minute game, I guess.
This has got to be the longest best of 5 I think I've ever casted. A 50-minute Techies game, which wasn't entirely the fault of the Techies. It was just kind of weird. And then it was, what, a 40-minute game, then another 55-minute game, then the last game, which was another long game.
58, something like that. So yeah,
We're setting records tonight with 5-game series.
oh, you guys are getting some cost time for their money.
For their money. I want to
Yeah,
know
well,
how,
they
I want to know
didn't
who's
pay,
paying you.
Just a German saying.
No, that's a saying in English too. Don't worry. I'm just
Okay.
busting your chops there. All right, we're back in the game, guys. For those of you just joining us, although, yeah, we this is the best of 5 grand final, last game possibly played between Not Today and E-Wolves. I'm Chicago Ted, bringing you the action. Joining me is Illamini. We've got at Latrodectus on stats, all the way from the Standard Deviant Stats crew. Huge shout out to them. Without further ado, let's get moving into the final game of the night. We've got some pretty decent lineups coming out. We've got a smoke up. Oh boy, this is when things
They
get
want
fun.
to get that line.
They want to fight this. They want to do this. They'll move in. Now, how much early game fight do they have? If they can get a Searing Chains off, that's good. If
they can get a gush.
Oh, are they going to run Gush first? So they do get it out. They're going out for the Arcane Aura first, actually, on the Crystal Maiden. Is this going to be enough damage? They don't have any Lord Lockdown for him. They're going to dive underneath the Tier 1 tower, but he moves into the trees. They've got nothing for him. This is like flashbacks to Navi going up on or having an Alchemist behind the tower. M-God, he's taking way too much damage. Iwo will eventually get the kill onto Jericho, but now Masoku drops.
And Van's just going down. That's a double kill for your Windrunner.
Why would you skill
he's
Arcane
even
Aura
gonna get the
first?
bounty rune. I have no clue at all. Always skill Frostbite, or sometimes the Nova when you're up together with a Juggernaut, just because slow into spin is amazing. But what's the sense of getting the aura first? Like how? Like how? Why?
Not today,
I
just
don't
got
get it.
both runes.
Holy crap! I'm surprised that Windrunner even did deliver a solve, since she is already 400 gold again, together with her null talisman.
I don't even know anymore, dude. This is such a fantastic start for Not Today. Smash, he's going to have his work cut out for him to even try to go up against Leo Style in this mid lane. I mean, Flame Guard already down. And
Yeah, Leo Style actually got the double kill, killing anything.
Yeah,
so
yeah. This is so much gold. Like, he's got a salve, 2 tangos with that null talisman, all that gold. You were talking about it. Like, he's just rich. For a 50-second game, he's rich, 1,200 net worth.
That's just ridiculous.
Only shows us 600 GPM, though. I guess it doesn't show it base. It shows it on top of starting gold. All right, whatever. It's kind of hoping he'd show a 1,200 GPM right now, but
that
can only
would
dream.
be too insane.
All right, well, coming out of this game, after 4 kills have happened, we're slowing down quite a bit. Both tri-lanes are going very uncontested right now. Ewo hanging really far back. King Tekka looked like he was farming up a couple of creeps in his hard camp, but things are moving just as we thought they would. Very calculated after that first blood attempt, but I'm trying to figure out where the first blood that we're potentially going to see after the laning stage has started is going to end up being. And I want to say that it's quite possibly going to be into this mid lane, but you see a lot of pressure being put on Ewo in the bottom, and it leads you to believe that maybe they're going to find their opening to try to dive onto him.
Yeah, looks like King Tekka, he's just jungling full time now. He's getting his own too much out of his lane. He doesn't want to risk die. I guess it's somewhat fine. I mean,
Masoku
he's
is
level
going
3
toe-to-toe with
now.
Leo style. The shackle comes out. Masoku, he may just die here. Oh, needed one more right click. He had Icarus dive anyway if he was feeling like he wouldn't have been able to do so. Leo style almost getting a kill on the Phoenix, but will lose the haste rune in the process. Masoku running out of all of his regen. He's got 2 more tangos to get himself back up to full, but nowhere close to those tranquil boots just yet.
I feel like Leostar actually did misplay a little bit
Ewo
in the
bottom
mid lane.
lane, just as we expected. They found their opening, and they brought him down. All right.
Yeah, also one of the problems with Evolves right now is Frostbite is a nice lockdown, but they can't really kill the Dykes here because he can just always search and then Spin's not gonna kill you.
Well, looks like they're having a decent shot at it. Van moving forward, getting a good chunk of damage off. He loses his healing ward. He may drop here. He's top of the CS. He cannot die. Looks like they keep him alive. King Tekka will eventually fall. Masoku
Can
will
they
go
can they
down,
get a
though.
rotation? Yeah, that's a Windrunner. She's just got a power shot.
If she can kill
his-
Van, okay, Van will deny the creeps.
And
And M
Crystal
God
Maiden just
is playing King of the Hill.
Crystal Maiden is playing Global Aura.
She is literally the Lion King. So I'm surprised. Leo Style probably could have gotten an easy double kill there, but I think Not Today did E-Wolves did a fantastic job at backing out, not giving her the chance. And I'm still surprised the CM was able to get away with that one, but whatever the case, that is a very good kill for E-Wolves to get onto Not Today. Unfortunately, they lose a bit of time doing it. As Smash, oh, hold up, Leo Style
He
gonna
might
chase
be
him
in trouble.
down.
There's a
Needs-
Windrun ready.
He also has a shackle, but it's not like he's going to find any creeps to get it off. So looks like he will stop for now. Going to lose out his bounty rune, though, as M God took it.
I mean, you can just use the Windrun aggressively, you know. Probably could have gotten a kill there.
Well,
I don't know.
this stout shield, our poor man's shield, is working wonders at making sure Smash isn't taking the full brunt of this damage. Is back behind the tier 2. Ben Haz will be able to bring down Ewo on that Tide Hunter. This is very reminiscent of the last game, where Ben Haz was getting a lot of kills in the first a couple moments of the game.
Yeah, he also has the finished face boots, and yeah, gonna quick Iron of Shadows, I guess.
And what does he do with that first taunt? I mean, he could probably get a decent engagement onto Van, considering how low he gets with the Ion Shell. I mean, he's dropped below 250 HP now. Like, this is the problem that Ion Shell has. What the? What? Oh, come on. Leo Style. I was watching top lane. Bottom lane, Ewo could be in a bit of trouble here. They're putting him out with a magic missile. They might be able to get the damage off. Yes, they do. Ben Haz gets the kill. However, XD, Fairy Fire out, able to shift aggro. Actually, no, the tower goes down. Ben Haz is able to clean up the tower with help of the siege creep to keep the Vengeful Spirit alive. Very interesting play there. Everything seeming to go not today's way for this early game, despite what happened on the top. They're all very low, though. I would imagine what E-Wolves wouldn't give to have a Zeus right now.
Yeah, the thing is, Ben has just got the TP now. Back to the base, get full health, full mana, haunt,
Oh, boy.
and get another kill.
Yeah, and
And
again,
I guess he can even buy out the full urn base as well. So someone's gonna go die here.
well, not today would hope. I think they can get a pretty decent kill on the Van if they're able to get him with a couple of Ion Shells, but He will
I
have
mean,
the healing
Crystal
ward
Maiden should
down.
just be free kill, I guess.
We'll have to see if they're able to get it off. Jericho moves forward, looking for the Earth Spike now out on the Van. They're going out. They've got the healing ward down. But God,
Oh,
Van, they're diving. They take the bait. In comes Benhaz, but he's not able to find a kill just yet. He's moving in for God, the phase boots, and the movement speed from Spectral Dagger. He gets that one kill, and now Van, he's caught. He realizes it. They have the Urn of Shadows. He's going in for the TP out, but he is already dead. And there's the first haunt of the game, and it nets 2 kills.
yeah, wonderful bait by the line. He went in, he was like, alright, I'm gonna sacrifice the team so that everybody gets AoE gold. And yeah, it worked out wonderfully.
So yeah, this Spectre is looking so good right now. 41 last hits now, up to par with Van, who has died 3 times in this game. So we can take a look at the net worth, and he's about 1,000 gold back. Leo style also very close to the top of the board. I mean, everything is going really well for Not Today right now. They're getting their farm, they're getting their kills. 10-3 at 7 minutes. And now Smash would be in a bit of trouble. He dropped very low to that power shot. He's got a
He
flame
has a
guard
regen rune.
and a regen rune, yeah. So he should be fine, but you can never be too careful.
Did that one hit and just got blocked? I didn't really see a power shot.
No, it doesn't matter right now.
It's 500 absorption or 350.
Hold up, Van goes in. We'll find XD. Jericho also maybe a little bit in the wrong neighborhood. Turns around for the Earth Spike, but he is already hit by the Frostbite. So a double kill for Van as he makes up for the 3 deaths. Almost 322 KDA. 232 is close enough.
I mean, it was his first use of his Omni Slash, so well played.
Yeah, I mean, getting 2 kills for it, even though they're supports, is really good to have. So, I mean, I would definitely say that is worth it. How is Spectre doing, though? She's gone back to the bottom lane. She's going to farm up. You know, maybe a Radiance at this point wouldn't be too bad for her. I know she went...
I think she's gonna finish the round first, though, to get some cost-effective stats. But then I guess it's maybe Radiant's time.
I mean, she waited a long time to get it into the last game, and although I don't disagree with the decision for that, I still think maybe she can get away with it a little bit earlier just because how well this early game's starting, as well as the fact that, I mean, pushing E-Wolves at the moment is kind of tough, so you can delay the game for a bit and not really have to worry about it too bad.
It looks like he's going for drums again, so it's gonna be the Batman build, I guess, with a
Oh yeah,
Urn drums Meta style again.
still a good build. I see how well his timings can work out this time around. Finishes up that wand, as you say. And now they realize that smoke's there. They keep the courier back. Or, no, maybe they don't realize it. The courier will walk right back behind E-Wolves. Van and M-God, they're looking for a kill. Omni Slash down for 30. Not entirely sure who they expect to find here. E-Wolves close by, so he can help with a Ravage. But now they'll make their way towards mid and maybe try to bring Leo style down.
He's hiding, and he's smelling. There's something up. Oh, they just spotted him out.
Yeah, that's very good for them. I mean, that was a huge smoke commitment for Elite Wolves, that rotation. And now they will get nothing from it as Benhaz moving in for Ewo. They get him with the Earth Spike. How's that Desolate damage coming through? Yeah, it's starting to make it's starting to do a lot. They get him with a Hex. One more swipe, and he'll pop a Ravage, but all Benhaz has to do really is pop a Haunt, and he still will kill this Tidehunter. However, there's the NA special. 3 illusions come in. They activate Fire Remnant. They don't go in for Benhaz anymore. He doesn't have any more Remnants to dive in any further. So Benhaz is alive and well. He can even TP back to base and Haunt if he wanted to. And it looks like he will TP, but I'm not sure if Haunting is the right play. Yeah, he won't kill Ewo.
No balls, no balls. I mean, it's a 5th game decider. I guess you have to play it safe, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The Shackle, oh, they
Nice
catch Van,
shackles.
they Haunt in. And Benhaz will be part of that kill. He may even be able to Haunt into another one. He gets away just in time for Smash to make his move in. As Benhaz, where did he go? Okay, now he's back into the low ground. Smash, well, he's got the Flame Guard still going. He's chasing down XD. We'll get him with the Searing Chains. King Tekka is there looking for the Vacuum to help, but there's no help to be had.
Vacuum level 1 is probably one of the worst spells in the game.
Yeah, it's like a 200 AoE. Yeah, 250 AoE. It's not even worth. It's pretty much melee range movement that you get off of it. Less than. It's not great. So how about this Spectre Haunts? That's the second Haunt committed. It did net her another kill. 3-0-6 right now with the Drums of Endurance. Very near completion. I mean, she is consistently. Benhaz is playing this hero out of his mind. And now maybe they find more. They smoke up Leo Style and XD. XD with a Nether swap at the ready. Maybe trying to find something here. He'll drop an Observer Ward. Not within range of the Sentry. Smoke won't break on Masoku. Now he'll try to break it on Masoku. Turns around
Oh,
with
they
the
got vision on the
magic
Phoenix.
missile.
They have a swap.
Yep, and it'll actually evade him away from the Activate Fire Remnant. Smash now in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have a Remnant for 21 seconds. There is a Freezing Field on the low ground, though. M-God is doing lots of damage, but it won't be enough. King Tekka now caught, but is able to Mechanism back up to a respectable amount of HP. And now, well, M-God, he is down as well. 3 dead on E-Wolves. Not today, losing nothing.
They got tons of own charges as well, so yeah, the important heroes are all fully. And they can get the tower, I guess. Yeah, they definitely should be able
Yeah,
to do
Leo
so.
Style also having a Maelstrom completed now. Like,
I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of. I somewhat like the Aghanim Rush more, but I guess they want to be able to fight.
the Aghanims is not really useful until level 3. Focus Fire. I mean, Maelstrom is a lot more damage efficient for early level Focus Fires. So he's getting it for the early game damage, I think.
Okay.
Like, you can always get that Aghanim Scepter with the farm you can get from the Maelstrom, too. So it's not like it's bad at all. Still.
I'm not playing too much Windrunner, so.
I gotcha. It comes down to the timing. If you can get early enough, the Maelstrom is definitely the better pick here. As
Okay.
I mean, Ben has okay. He's farming so damn well. The Haunt is up and ready to go whenever he needs it. A major push happening in the mid lane though. Smash will move forward, goes on to Jericho. Top pops with the Earth Spike, but it's not quite enough. Doesn't catch anyone. There is going to be a Sonic Wave or a Supernova out. The Ravage also catching him. Not today though. They're just taking no damage. In comes the potential for a Freezing Field, but immediately swapped out. Masoku also going down. The only one living throughout all of this is Smash as he remnants up forward. But doesn't seem like Not Today sniff him out just yet. So.
But this was a wonderful set for the Not Today. And again, Tidehunter ravages on like 5% HP and then just dies immediately afterwards. Like, he's just not getting enough done with those ravages.
Yeah. Not only the Ravage, but the Supernova. Both of them were off in the middle of a fight. And what did they really do? They just kind of were there. Not Today, meanwhile, they had the mechanism ready for King Taka. And they'll also have the Guardian Greaves out very soon. I mean, there's really not quite enough damage out from E-Wolves to bring them down quick enough.
Yeah, they just lack the teamfight damage right now. Juggernaut, he's gonna take a ton more level and farm for Omnislash to be really scaring during the teamfight. And the other thing is, when the Omnislash starts to go on, while Haunt Illusions are still up, there's a big chance for them to tank it up.
Bottom lane. He immediately is able to... Okay, yeah, it doesn't even matter at the moment. He just gets fingered down. And now Smash in a bit of trouble. He's on the run. Leo Style chasing him down. He's got a Remnant. Activates it out to go back towards the mid lane. Just barely had enough mana for that one, too. So he will survive through it all. But E-Wolves, they lose Ewo again. I mean, this Tidehunter is not feeling like a Tidehunter.
He's not. And he's still 300 gold off the mechanism, and he has to work towards its Blink Dagger at some point. It's gonna be... it's gonna be a hell of a late. And I think Ben is now going for the Radiance, maybe, since he has 2.3k gold, and he could have already bought the Yasha. So I guess he's going for that immediately.
Could be. For a moment. They'll be hanging back for now. Looks like neither team looking to initiate right now. They're just letting the tier 2 get chunked away. But now we've got the incoming fight on to Van. They'll go in for the haunt as well. Van already dead. Your Juggernaut can't die that fast, but he does anyway. He'll buy back into the game. But you've already lost Masoku as well. They can't fight this, but they'll stay forward, looking poised to defend the tier 2, even though they can't possibly hope to accomplish it. So the tier 2 will drop, and you know, not today. They might not even have to stop the push here. They can move in towards the mid lane. Oh, wait, Smash. What's the plan here? He's going in way deep. Van's there as well. In comes the Ravage, locking in Benhaz, but Benhaz just too damn tanky now. He'll move in, go down to the bottom here. Is able to get away from most of the damage. XD left back behind as, well, Benhaz, he might be able to reinitiate. Looks like he will back off, though, as they don't want to fight without Leo style. So Benhaz just kind of casually walking away. Van will chase him down. I'm not quite sure Van can actually kill Benhaz right now. He will certainly poise himself to try.
Yeah, I think Ben has can just out-tank him. And yeah, with the they have another healing world. Alright, they should be somewhat fine then. Don't go in solo against a lot of guys.
Yeah, he's gonna try for it anyway. I mean, he's there. He's scouted out,
Teammates gonna
waiting for
respond.
his teammates to come back. Yep, there will be a TP in from XD, but only proving fodder for the Searing Chains. Benhaz is already dead. He's gone. XD gone as well. Jericho tried to move in, but I think he might be dead as well. They just need a Sleight of Fist and a Searing Chains, but Sleight of Fist down for 10 seconds. Turns around, turns into a fish. The Shackle catching Smash to a creep, or at least to Van, who might as well be a creep right now. And
Yeah, I expected not today to mass TP down there, and since they didn't do it immediately, they just didn't. Couldn't TP anymore as soon as the tower was dead, and then of course those two were stuck.
yeah, very unfortunate that they ended up having that loss happen. I mean, Ben has been doing so well in this game. Will eat his first death, but doesn't mean he has to stop farming. 2,600 gold leads me to believe we might now see the Radiance come out from Benhaz. Again, he doesn't have to wait to get it. I mean, the Manta Diffusal is great, but having that Radiance a lot earlier means that there's very little that a team who's already behind can do to come back from that.
And also increases your farming speed by a lot. That means you're gonna get your Mantis Style and Diffusal Blade at better timing as well.
Right. And I mean, even then, you don't actually have to go Manta Diffusal.
Alright,
But he will
he's
go for it.
going directly for the Diffusal, no Manta.
See if this works out for him, as he's got the Manta Diffusal coming out to him right now. The rest of his team is trying to find a fight. They smoke forward, looking for the initiation, which would lead to Benhaz's haunt clean up kills. But for right now, they're not able to find the opening they want. So they'll hold back for now. They don't have to force anything just yet. They just have to be very, very wary of Van and his farming rate. The Yasha keeping him at a decent pace, but not by any means pulling him ahead, as he's sitting fourth in the net worth board, but about only 400 gold behind Benhaz, who his farming speed is also fairly slow without the fights.
Yeah, I'm just watching the little dewarding battle that was going on top of a new hill. And I'm actually surprised that they committed a second sentry. I mean, the Crystal Nova from Maiden just gives ground vision when you cast it, and you can just put it on top of the hill to get vision and get the deward as long as the sentry on the board on the ground is in range.
Yep.
So, a little bit of wasted money. At least she finished her Glimmer Cape though. And now the question is, does not today have some detection? They have one sentry left. So they're gonna make it count and just don't place it down too early. Or, well, they did place it down. That means Crystal Maiden might have free reign in the next team fight. You know, just keep yourself up, walk in, start casting the freezing field, and then, of course, hoping for the line impaired. The ground target stun.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I think they
when
have
they
to
come-
try to find a fight soon, though. Like, I really want them to look to try to force one. They definitely have the ability to win the fight. If they can go for another smoke, maybe make a play in, to the Dyer's jungle, Elite Wolves will crumble under this, but Elite Wolves are farming. Smash, he's got a Battle Fury coming out fairly soon. He's also got the Boots of Travel and the bottle, so he's farming at a very quick rate. And this could be trouble if they let it go on like this, because right now his fight is good, but he still can drop fairly easily. He's not a super farmed Ember Spirit with your Manta, your Scotty, things like that. So this could be a potential fight for Not Today to take. I'm surprised they're hanging this one back this cautiously.
Yeah, that's the finished battlefield for Amber. That's a little bit problematic for Not Today.
Smash will move back around, going towards
Alright,
the mid lane.
they're smoking
They've
on.
got the scan. They know what's going on. Not today. They're smoked up themselves. It's going to be a backstab or at least a flank coming in. Ben gets caught immediately, but he doesn't get caught by any stuns. He is able to just walk away from it. Meanwhile, XD getting popped here. Smash will find him. Searing Chains out, and XD is gone. Not today. They had an option, but they chose the one to run, and it gets them away. 4 people alive. XD dies.
Lion got pretty much solo Omnislash, but it didn't finish him off, and then he had the hacks ready as soon as Juggernaut came with it, so he actually survived. So I'm gonna have some pay attention. Juggernaut, he picked up a Blink Dagger with a Yasha, so he's probably gonna go for the Manta Star. I feel like the Manta Star Blink is a little bit more common than going for Blink as well as Sunshine Yasha. Or what do you think, Ted?
I would like the Blink SNY. Manta Style is a great item to have, but it's not like it's gonna save him from anything. So unless he can like get a brilliant Manta dodge out from a Magic Missile or a Shackle, which I'm not quite sure is even a viable option. I think that SNY will just give him so much more damage potential in the fight. So I don't know. I'd like the SNY a little bit more, but I could see why he'd go for the Manta Style. Again, being able to disjoint, being able to split push effectively could work out for him.
Yeah, it also gives you a decent mana pool, and yeah, allows you to cast your higher level ultimate as well as some other spells without running out of mana.
Maybe that can be enough for him to outcarry Benhaz, as we know he wasn't able to do so as the anti-mage last game. I mean, this is such a hard hero to have to fight up against at any point as any carry in the game, but we'll see if he's going to be able to pull this one out of the bag or if Benhaz is going to run away like he did last time around. For now, though, he's fine to just sit back and farm. He's going for that Manta Style. Once again, same build, different order. Meanwhile, E-Wolves are trying to regain map control.
Juggernaut is stuck on the high ground right now.
5 seconds. He'll be fine.
The thing is, Windrunner just blinked on top of it to get rid of the ward, and then the Windrunner stuck here. Juggernaut blinks there, but Windrunner already TP'd out.
Oh. So it could have potentially worked out for a kill for the Jug, but instead...
Almost worked, yeah.
Alright. Well, we're sitting 24 minutes into the game, and looks like both teams, again, just hanging back, farming it out. I'm surprised how explosive the start of this game was, that we're sitting this cautious for both teams, but maybe M-God will change that, as he could be going down to King Tekka. He jukes it out correctly, though, drops into the side shot, but they get just enough vision of him. Can they guess right where he's going? No, they don't. He's able to TP out, and he is alright. So that's very unfortunate for Not Today to not even get a Crystal Maiden kill, as Benhaz getting scouted on the top lane will TP out as well, and moving towards the mid. So everyone just avoiding, where no one wants to talk to each other.
Yeah, it is as if they realized that, like, oh wait, we can actually lose the finals when we lose here. Let's just keep it safe from now. We don't want to throw anything.
You gotta take risks. You gotta make things happen, or else you just get I don't know. An Ember Spirit versus Spectre, like, you don't want to take this one late game, because it's just gonna go on and on and on. So either team has to really make something happen, or else, I mean, we're looking at the potential for a very, very, I don't know.
I mean,
Long
they
game.
they got the H's for Ben Haas, and in another like 600 gold, he has his mentor stuff,
Maybe
and
that's
I
our
think
window.
then they can just go.
Maybe that's our window. We're going to look to see whether or not they can make this happen, though. In comes King Tekka. He gets hit by the Searing Chains. He might be dead, but he gets his vacuum off the swap out. XD taking the full brunt of the Omni Slash, but King Tekka still dies. They've also got a Supernova in the middle of everything. There is a Haunt, but no reality. 2 dead for not today. And Elite Wolves, they've won the fight. And to the victor go the spoils. They'll push down the mid lane, try to bring down the tier 2 tower. But it doesn't seem like they're in too good of a position to do so. Leo Style is hanging back. He's got the Aghanim Scepter at the ready. With the Maelstrom, he may be able to just destroy whoever he finds. Shackle shot out, Masoku caught. Iwo is caught on the back end. Smash going in for the Searing Chains, but is not able to connect. They've also got the wall into the vacuum. M-Guy, he's trying for the TP out, but is not able to do so. Iwo, he's also trying to walk away from this one. But you don't walk away from a Wind Ranger. She will catch up to you. She will find you. And she will bring you down via thousands of arrows in your back. Now Smash, the only one really to get away from this one alive that took part in it. Van still farming up with that blink. 3,000 gold in his bank account.
I feel like there was just a deja vu of the last game where Evolves used the Ravage and the Supernova to get some kills. Then they wanted to push a tower, then they died.
Oh, the magic missile hitting from a very long distance. Van, he'll get taken out by this one. Spectral Dagger will chase him all the way to his 2-2 tower, and he will drop. So all that gold now going the way of Benhaz, who now has a completed Manta Style if she wants to get it. Could also just buy the Relic if she wanted to.
Yeah, and Ravage still down for 50 seconds, so when they want, they can just go and pressure the high.
Yep,
There's no reason to wait.
They've got Focus Fire in 1 second. They might as well just go for it. Benhaz is there. Focus Fire out. Tier 3 tower taking a lot of damage. Leo Style, he's sitting on the low ground for now. I'm surprised he hasn't made his way up to the high, but I guess just being careful not to get initiated on to the point where he can't back away. The Tier 3 will take a sizable amount of damage, but not go down just yet. Now Smash and M-God going in for the backstab. Benhaz taking quite a bit of damage. They'll hit him with the Frostbite, and it looks like, yeah, this Spectre should very much be going down here, but has the Aegis Mortality, so she's ready to come back and haunt immediately when she revives. Will drop the haunt, now doing a lot of damage as she walks away to the south. The Supernova spent, and with that, all the major cooldowns for Elite Wolves are now ticking, with the Crystal Maiden going down. Not today, are ready to re-engage if they can find the shackle, but they don't end up catching it onto the Juggernaut in enough time. Smash being brought back, magic missile out, but there is a Ravage. Leo Style taking a lot of damage from this one. The vacuum back in though. Masoku could be going down to the illusions. He does. King Tekka getting away from this one alive, getting away with murder as Benhaz moves in to try to clean up Van. However, Smash making things happen. And in the wall itself, Benhaz still chasing Van down. Might get this kill. He does get the kill. Will he pay for it? Looks like he's trying to get away with a Spectral Dagger, but that last tower hit should be enough to bring him down. And it is 60 seconds on the board for him. Jericho also going down. E-Wolves, they lose a lot there, but what they don't lose is a tower, a set of racks, and Smash.
So yeah, I guess it was still a pretty decent fight for them. Yeah, they gain actually a ton of gold out of it. I think they didn't expect the Ravage to be up right now, and it literally just came with cooldown right when the team fight was going on. So, and maybe it caught not today of God, and yeah, then they just kind of crumbled under the stun.
Yeah, it crumbled pretty hard there. Not today. I think this might mean that they hang back quite a bit of time. They bought the recipe for the Radiance, but they didn't have a courier at the side shop to buy out the relic. So she's about 900 gold away from completing that one. Not thinking that's too good for her right now. Needs to farm up, sit back, get that last bit of gold she needs. Didn't end up buying out the Manta Style as we figured she may have, but neither one would have saved her a lot of gold there. So with the outcome,
Oh,
Hazel
I
just go
guess
back to
buying
farm.
the recipe is fine. Therefore, she just prevented from losing too much money
Oh yeah,
because
definitely.
unreliable gold.
But she'll just farm for right now. I mean, that's all she really can do. She's gonna have the finished relic now. in just a moment's time, unless they're able to clean her up. This could be huge if they get this kill, but they're only able to hit her with the Searing Chains. Not going to dive too far. She's close enough to the tier 2 tower that it's no real worry for her dying. So all she needs is a quick trip to the side shop, pick up that relic, and she is A-okay with the Radiance. Manta style will be completed now from Van opting for the Illusions over the Sange and Yasha.
Yeah, I guess he just wants to get the mana pool. Right now he's sitting at 722 mana. Omni Slash on his own is 350. Then you want to cast maybe 2 spins and a healing ward. Now it sums up. And Sange and Yasha doesn't give you a single point of mana pool, so yeah. Guess that's the main reason.
Right. So at the moment, the Radiance now being revealed on the top lane. Smash knows it's there, but can't really do heads or tails about it. He just will go back, farm up his own items, and 28 to 22 at 31 minutes. This is game number 5, the last one of the night, and we are hitting a stalemate.
Wait. This is a refresher or one tight run?
Already?
32 minutes.
What?
Holy hell.
Wait. Are there any other build-ups that I'm missing here? Because that one came out of the blue.
Well, he got the 4 stuff because he used it earlier. But yeah, it just was Arcane's Mag. The Mag was a little bit late. At some point he had the 4 stuff, and then suddenly refresher appears out of nothing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that refreshes orb is not good for not today. I mean, we saw maybe it didn't have as big of an impact in the last game, but this game is different.
Jericho's
He
dead.
definitely has what they need, and yeah, Jericho. He can turn and try to fight. Maybe he's also got a Finger of Death. He may actually get a return onto M-God. No, he's 100% dead. So Ben has not even opting to try to help out there, which is a smart plan. I think Jericho is a little bit out of position there. So for the moment, again, just going right back up to farming. No one wants to push it too hard.
I mean, he didn't even have a blink dagger. He just sort of walked there, and then, well, they had vision on him. They walked there. He died.
Easy peasy. I think he
Yeah,
will.
just a little bit too risky. Risky of a play.
Oh, they'll group up on the bottom lane, make some sort of a push happen here, but it's looking like, again, playing it careful. Ewo and Smash are there. Ewo not being able to use his brand new Refresher's Orb just yet. He's got enough mana for all 3 casts, the Do Ravages and the Refresher, so he should be alright. That's all he can cast, though, unless I think if he gets a double Arcane, he should be fine. For the moment, they'll just look for the opportunity to get it off. They smoke up. They'll make their way up the river. No one to find just yet, though.
Are we gonna see an Aghanim Scepter on type?
Could be. I mean,
Like Shivas.
he's got the gold income for it, so he might end up going for it. I mean, right now they've got to find themselves a kill, or else the smoke is pretty much wasted. But not today. They've already made their way up to the top lane. They're not going to let the smoke find anyone. In fact, at this point, I'd almost be worried if E-Wolves did find someone. They'll still move, pack to the tier 1 tower. They'll catch everyone from Not Today's lineup, but Not Today are hanging so far off to the side.
This is not a good idea anymore.
Well, I mean, they're getting away with it. It looks like a couple of Observer Wards will scout out the Egress from Elite Wolves. So Not Today know that they're there, that they're no longer there, and they should be able to just go ahead, get a couple D wards out, do what they need to do. But,
And yeah,
so after this
I
Aghanim
just got
Scepter,
that.
we've also got a BKB on Leo style. I mean, he is good enough to fight. I think maybe now he goes for a little bit of extra damage, maybe a Daedalus or an MKB, and just go in and try to burn someone down quickly. There's plenty of targets. I mean, the Ember Spirit's still very squishy. With Battle Fury and Daedalus, they'll drop in 3 or 4 focus fire hits.
well, yeah, he definitely will melt away. The one thing that I also realized is that the teams put down a lot more sentries. They're dropping sentries left and right, trying to a little bit of vision. Because yeah, vision is king in Dota games, and you can't afford to be down on the vision
Leo
department.
style, he gets caught by the Searing Chains. He is alive. They get him with the Guardian Greaves, so they're able to heal him back up. XD's looking for the swap back, though. They pop a Lincoln Sphere, though, as it looks like he has just completed that one out. Now Van looking for a fight, but the disengage from Not Today, they do not want to fight anymore. XD will be able to complete his TP out, and the rest of them will follow suit.
I mean, they got a decent amount of tower damage on that tier 3 as well. And probably because of no logic, the next time they're gonna push the bottom tower so that all tier 3s are almost in one of those towers.
Or maybe the next time they get a push, they'll won a team fight beforehand, so they'll actually get a tower. But yeah, I see what your point is. Just get all of them low so that if there is a push coming through, that tower is just going to go down very quickly. Smash. Oh no, Ben has. He's in a lot of trouble here. Smash is looking. In comes Ravage number 1. They don't even need a second one, but they refresh anyway, just in case. Ben has already dead. Doesn't have buyback, so he can't assist this fight. So E-Wolves will move in for the Roche Pit. And they should be able to get themselves an Aegis Mortality unless they want to turn and fight, because Jericho is a little bit too far forward. He goes down. Smash getting himself a godlike spree as they'll move into the pit and get themselves that Aegis.
Godlike Ember Spirit, that's a scary thing. You have to be able to kill him at some point, but with a Lincoln Sphere, you're gonna need some serious coordination. The problem, I did opt to go for that Glimmer Cape, not the Blink Dagger, and that catching an Ember Spirit is a lot harder to do.
Yeah, it's super hard, especially with that Lincoln Sphere. You don't get it off anymore. So the Roshan will drop. Looks like Van will grab the Aegis Mortality. He's got himself a Demon Edge, which, is that an MKB or is he going for some crits of his own?
No, I don't like Daedalus on jungle. MKB against the Radiance, since it is annoying to miss some clicks.
This is true. And typically Juggernauts don't like to go for a BKB, so I can definitely see this being a very viable option for him. As now, they'll move in now towards the mid lane. Bottom, getting pushed out by Smash and Ewo. Slow and methodical from Elite Wolves. Not today. They're feeling the pressure right now, where they were in such a commanding lead. I want to say that they just kind of let it slip away by being inactive, but there's also some certain credit to be given for their play. They realized that any sort of fight would have thrown it as well. So although it's careful, although it's calculated, although they've lost their advantage, they're still not looking too bad in this game.
Like, until 17 minutes, every time Haunt was so long, they just did something, and then they stopped. And I didn't really see that there was a reason for them to stop, so...
Oh man, Van, he's able to stop the TP of Jericho by hitting him with the MKB while he was spinning. That's problematic. Smash. If they can pop that Lincoln Sphere, they may be able to lock him down for long enough to kill him, but XD, he just doesn't want to go for it. Looks like, meanwhile, Smash will make his way back towards the mid lane. He's dead.
And Ember Spirit can just, play it safe the whole time. Yes, that Lincoln Sphere, he can just build up more damage and sit on the backlines. That Tidehunter Juggernauts hook up all the damage and he gets the kills.
All of Not Today now, or all of Elite Wolves are backing out. Don't want to push it too hard. Worried about the potential for the Wind Ranger to push out their top lane. And once again, we will hit a bit of a stalemate here. We talked about this. Spectre versus Ember Spirit. This goes late. It's not stopping.
And it's not fun.
But at any rate, Ben has now completed the level 2 Diffusal Blade with the Manta Style. 1300 gold on top of it. Ember Spirit buying himself a Monkey King bar. I mean, Elite Wolves have enough damage, I feel, to win a full-out team fight, and they may be even able to push the high ground just because they've got a Juggernaut. Like, on his own, Ember Spirit is abysmal at pushing, but the Juggernaut's going to help mediate that quite a bit if they want to try to take a massive fight. I mean, Smash will now go to the mid lane, but this is only to farm out, or not farm out, but to push out the mid so that he can come back. Unless he didn't drop a remnant before he TP'd, in which case, okay, never mind.
Right now he has 3 remnants up, so yeah, he didn't drop.
Yeah. Well, we'll drop a remnant there. grab himself a haste rune, and now come back into the fight. I think Elite Wolves, they might be able to win this one if they find their initiation, bring Leo style down very quickly. That's their opening, but right now they'll hang back. And God with a Glimmer Cape at the ready. He's also got a Vitality booster. Not entirely sure where we're going with that. Maybe a Rod of Atos?
On who?
Crystal Maiden. I know, right?
I guess Rod of Ados could be somewhat decent. Definitely always has HP problems. What I could also take would be Octarine Core, since it just gives you so much uptime on your disables that it's insane.
There is a Remnant back as Ember Spirit goes to defend the bottom lane. And now Ben has to back off. So the tier 2 has already gone down. Elite Wolves, they're slowly pushing in this top lane. I think they want to try to take a fight, but it's proving to be a little bit more difficult than they originally had in mind. I mean, you've got to really find the right initiation here, or else you're just going to get blown away by Leo style.
They're gonna slow siege now.
Well, it doesn't look very slow as Ewo is going straight on in for Jericho. Now we'll hang back. But Smash goes in for the Searing Chains, gets quite a bit of damage off. There is going to be an Omni Slash out. Van not able to kill anyone just yet, but gets Leo style very low. In comes a Sleight of Fist. But neither one will get a kill, though they both look very similar.
Lion died.
Oh. I guess so did XD. They're just slowly chunking him away. That Shackle looked like it may have been able to hit, but Van taking the full focus fire. Looks like in comes the Haunt. Ravage number 1 out. Supernova's there. Ravage number 2 holding on to it for now. Will drop it, but doesn't catch anyone with a second one. Whatever the case, both supports are still dead. The Rax bottom lane is falling. And so Elite Wolves, they were able to go in, take their fight, get a set of racks out of it. Ben has taken the Searing Chains. I don't think Elite Wolves need to back off just yet. He's going to go ahead and purge off the slow, so he'll walk away from this one very much alive. Ranged Rack's only thing left standing, as Leo style looks like he wants to try to fight, but only hits a Lincoln Sphere. And Elite Wolves will back off. One Rack's up, 43 minutes into the game.
So that's looking really good for the side of you. And yeah, they just have to wait to get the double Ravage again, then they can just go for the next lane of Rax.
Yeah,
and not today.
Back up in 144 seconds. Nice. So maybe that's when we'll see a major two sets of racks go down. But for right now, looks like I think both teams are going to play this one very, very safe. Haunt's back up in 50. Maybe not today. Should smoke up in that time and going straight for a kill because of Ravage being down for quite a bit longer than that. But right now, it looks like Elite Wolves are in the driver's seat this time.
Yeah, not today. They just don't really have any team fight. And yeah, every time you will force a 5v5 engagement, like, what should you do against Double Ravage and Phoenix Sun when all your team fighters haunt? Like, that's just plain not enough. And alright, you might have the Wall of Replica, but Doxy is not getting the best wall of all. One of the problems is also, of course, the Ember Spirit, who will sit so far back that you can't actually get him vacuumed into the wall. And Windrunner just gets quick blown up by the Omni Slash.
Speaking of blown up, also Vengeful Spirit getting blown to bits. Ewo taking quite a bit of damage here, but it's Jericho the one to actually drop here. Ben goes in for the Haunt, looking for Ewo. This could be the opening they need, but they're just all dead. There's too little of Not Today to fight. Ben now on the run with that BKB. Smash can't get the Searing Chains combo off onto him because of the magic immunity, so Elite Wolves, they take a brilliant fight right there, not even having to use any Ravages because, well, they were on cooldown, but also because they didn't need to. And Elite Wolves, they can push out this bottom lane and maybe get another tower. Maybe even
more. Yeah, I mean,
Ravages.
Windrunner is down for damage, but where's Juggernaut? Alright, he's not there. So the big sieging guy, he's still missing.
Well, Smash is doing a lot of damage right now. I mean, he's hitting pretty hard with the Daedalus and the MKB. Of course, you can't crit a tower, but the damage is there. Then now coming in, and it looks like this is when the racks start to dissolve. 15 seconds before Leo Styles back in the game, but the damage by that point is already going to be done. The Glyph buying a little bit of time, but even that doesn't last forever. So the range
And
racks go down.
double
The
ravage
melee
is
soon
up
to
in
follow.
5.
Oh man, yeah, double ravage is back up. They don't even have to run away from this one. They might turn it around. Ewo, he's just waiting, making sure he doesn't get hit by the dagger. The top racks do go down by the creeps pushing in. That's 2 sets of racks. The outer sets of racks gone. And it feels like not today. They haven't really put up any fight for it. Both times they just kind of gotten flicked away. You know, just taking odd deaths here and there, and then all of a sudden their base is gone. And
Yeah.
looks like nothing's different, except, well, their base is gone.
Yeah, just get caught once, twice. Yeah, when you're dead without buyback, how shall you defend? You can't. And Juggernaut's getting the refresher orb as well. Does he have the mana pool to cast all his spells?
No.
I think he can get a double Omni Slash. That's it.
No, he can't. He is 13 mana away from it.
That's one level. He's gonna get that.
Wait, 13 mana. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere with Juggernaut, but it's 18 mana. Never mind.
Yeah, there was this one Reddit post where the Juggernaut didn't have enough mana to cast the spin as well as the Omni Slash at 6, even though he should have. There was just a little rounding bug from Ice Rock.
Oh boy. Yeah, things like that are kind of weird too because they're so hard to see from the normal game standpoint. You got to go like into the combat log to actually get that kind of stuff out. But whatever the case, Masoku may be having some action. The chicken will be fried. Goes into a supernova, but he goes out very soon thereafter. Ravage number 1, but there's a BKB from Leo Style and Ben has, so not even a chance for Ravage number 2. Van on the run, maybe taking a bit too much damage here as Leo Style moves in, goes in for M-God, gets the kill. Van also dead. That's 3 down with no buyback, but it's not like Not Today can do anything about it because their base is being pushed in from all sides.
I guess they could go for a quick Roshan. I mean, they have. So the damage should be there.
Yeah, Leo Style is doing a pretty good job at getting rid of the Roshan very quickly, but who picks it up? I think both of them have relatively high amounts of slots, but Ben Haz will drop his Drum of Endurance for the Aegis. Cheese will go to XD, I guess. All right. I mean, E-Wolves, they have quite a bit of time before you can say they've thrown the game because, well, they've got the 2 sets of racks up, and all the creeps are now pushing in to Not Today's base, but it's really hard for them to finish up that last set of racks because of a team fight like that.
Well, it wasn't really a team fight. It was more of a chain pick-off, I have to say.
Well, that's what the Vitality Booster is going to be for M-God. He finishes his Crimson Guard.
Crystal Maiden? Interesting. I guess it's decent against the Haunt Illusions. But Windrunner doesn't really care about getting his damage reduced by 50 when he crits for like 600.
Yeah, I don't think Wind Ranger gives anything about it. It does give M-God a bit of tankiness, but I mean, we're talking about 250 HP for a lot of gold, so I'm surprised she was able to farm it up here, but she does, and we'll see how useful it's going to be as E-Wolves. They're grouping up, and in 30 seconds they've got another double Ravage, so they may be able to go in straight and find a fight inside of Not Today's jungle.
Yeah, and when they just get 2 pickoffs, and when they have mega creeps, or if they get mega creeps, the game's pretty much gonna be over. So.
Oh god, XD just took 3 hits and got annihilated. That's what happens when you go up against a late game Ember Spirit. I mean, this Divine Rapier too is huge, but he can't lose it. That's the one issue. Like, he gives something like that to the Wind Ranger, this game is very troublesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Daedalus plus Rapier and 500 free attack speed during the duration of a shackle.
So Van is dead. Leo Style takes a lot of damage from one Sleight of Fist. And comes the Haunt up onto the high ground, but it's on to a Supernova as it is Gonna die just the last possible moment, actually. Ben has getting a little bit lucky with that one, but 2 dead on E-Wolves. Still, E-Wolves have a Divine Rapier. They're ready to defend this one. They've got to be careful not to get that Lincoln Sphere pop, though, because one shackle, Ember Spirit dies. And things like that are not too good to have happen when he's got a Divine Rapier.
Yeah, Lance's job is now to the Lincoln Sphere first, and then
Looks like,
looks like
Ben has, Smash is pushing in the bottom lane, though. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he wants to force a return. No, he goes right back into the fray, but he gets hexed up. He might be dead here. He loses his rapier. He is gone for good, but he's able to get himself out of this one with a couple of remnants back. Meanwhile, Leo Style will find himself a killing spree. They'll bring down the mid-racks. And I guess back off. That's very well worth it. No, they're going to go for more. They know Van is still dead for 30 seconds or 20 seconds. M-God's dead for 40.
maybe they can get another pick off as well. Lance too low on mana.
Ben has. He does drop, but has an Aegis Immortality, so he can fight still. Full HP, full mana. Leo style.
He's just gonna walk out now.
I can understand this decision.
You always kind of want to play it safe.
Yeah, Smash got so damn low from that one, though. Like, that could have been GG if Smash had died there. I'm really surprised how much this game has flipped right on its head after one team fight from Not Today. Elite Wolves, all of a sudden, once again, onto the back foot. They're dealing with a Heart of Teresk. Ben has again. Ben has is proving to be the late game monster on this Spectre. With the refreshers done on Van, though, if they can get both of their ultimates refresher double bolts off, this could be a really good fight for them. But Ewo is 70 seconds away from 1 Ravage, 110 away from 2.
So since Juggernaut picked up the refresher, I'll do something like Aghanim Scepter as well, or does he just say, alright?
To be perfectly honest, I have no idea why he picked up the refresher in the first place. I think if he was going for the ulti build, then yes, an Ag refresher is kind of the style, but right now, I don't see what he hopes to accomplish with the refresher's orb aside from maybe just getting risk-free damage off on the enemy team.
Maybe he was like, alright guys, we won, let's buy some items.
I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, he got it after they got the 2 lanes of Rex pretty much uncontested, so who knows?
Well, as for right now, we have 3 buybacks available. 1 on the Ember Spirit, 1 on the Wind Ranger, 1 on the Vengeful Spirit. So this next
But
fight...
Ember does not have a spare rapier, right?
No, he doesn't have enough gold for 1 either. So this next fight could very well decide the outcome of this game, I think.
Okay.
We'll move in, get rid of the creeps. They're pushing in the lane with no tower, no racks, but they're just trying to find a couple of kills, get those pickoffs that they've been so yearning to find since bringing down the top and bottom racks, but they haven't been able to find them just yet. They're still waiting, though, waiting and watching for whoever sets foot outside of the base. Looks like not they're playing this one very carefully, though, just hanging back. Is there a remnant out for, yes. Smash will go back to the mid lane, push it out. He's got a remnant at the ready if he wants to come back, but it's just such a hard game for both teams to actually take the right fight. They're both playing it super carefully, super cautiously.
Now it's just the big question: who's gonna do the first take? And I feel like somehow it's gonna be on the side of Notre Dame. They just push out a little bit too far. Get a bit too confident, then they...
Oh, for right now, Roshan will be back up in a minute plus random time. There's a double damage waiting for them for another 30 seconds. Smash. Looks like I think he gives this one to Van. I don't think Smash has too much use for it with the rapier already on his person, but I don't know. He will grab it for himself. But they're not gonna fight with it for now. They're just gonna farm still. Nice.
Alright, friends, I have plus 680 damage. Let's farm creeps.
Well, I mean, at this point, this is what more can you really do? I mean, they fight, they lose that fight, they lose the series, they lose the game, they lose the tournament. But if they don't fight, they get choked. They lose the series, they lose the game, they lose the tournament. I mean, this is such a hard position for both of these teams to be in. It's no wonder they're playing it as carefully as they are, but
I guess Undersplit just needs to get an
needs to get a what?
ether lens so that he can cast the Sleight of Fist from further away and therefore stay safe.
Just keep the courier right next to him. Just switch out the Lincoln Sphere for the Aether Lens, throw a Sleight of Fist out, and then swap them back.
Yeah. Maybe Boots of Travel. I mean, you don't need to walk much. You always have the safety remnants out. Hmm?
We've learned that with the Anti-Mage, I guess. Yeah, I think the players are feeling this too. Like, they know what's up. Roshan, back and ready to go. Another Aegis for Mortality is left for the taking. Dyer's... Kurt... How did...
Was just killed by some neutrals.
Oh my god. Well, at least it had nothing on it, so it's not like it's too bad. I think maybe they wanted to put a backup rapier on it, but...
It died beforehand, yeah.
Alright, what does Ewo have? He went for the Shiva's Guard, not opting for the Aghanim Scepter as we were positing earlier, so... Does have double Ravage up though, so maybe they fight now. It looks like they are grouping up for potential smoke. Anyone have a smoke? Alright, Phoenix has got it. They'll move in, they'll move around the bend. They don't have a scan at the ready, so they can't really scan into Not Today's jungle, but they're still gonna go for it. They find XD, King Tekka, and Leo Style all grouped up right next to each other. Smash. Actually, Van goes in, brings down XD. Now Ben has cast the Haunt. The Ravage #1 will go down. King Tekka and Leo Style are both BKB. Van's taking so much damage from this, but his Omni Slash is down. Does he have a second? He does not have anything to use as the Supernova comes through. Ewo getting the second Ravage out. Now Smash coming through, dealing a whole lot of damage. He gets out a couple of kills, and Ewo, he can't help but celebrate after that one. 2 buybacks being forced. One on Ben has, one on Leo Style. So maybe it's not the win they were looking for, but it's certainly a good one.
Oh, I'd say it's pretty much perfect. I mean, you're forced to buyback on the Windrunner, and yeah, they still don't have any way to pressure you. So that was just a wonderful team fight for the side of Evolves. And I'm actually surprised that they're not going for Roshan. I guess they should have spotted them out, right?
Yeah, I think they know it's there, but Van's not alive, so if they get the Roshan, they don't give their Aegis to the Juggernaut. They just kind of kill the Roshan.
I mean, they could give it to the Umsport switched out for the Lincoln Sphere, I guess.
That could work. I think the one issue I have with that is that if you're not able to swap out your Lincoln Sphere for the Aegis when you die the first time, like, or the Aegis spot for the Lincoln Sphere, then all the Wind Ranger has to do is shackle you when you come back alive.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Who do they give it to, though? It looks like they will drop the Roshan, and...
Give it to Phoenix, yeah.
They did. They listened to you.
Now he can go in with a Supernova and use it aggressively, and when they kill a Supernova, Phoenix still respawns.
Huh. Well, that is a thing, I guess. Maybe. Van will join their team really soon. Funny thing in that last fight, he had Refresher, but he didn't have enough mana for the second Omni Slash. So, it's to be expected. I mean, Juggernaut's got literally a 0 mana pool, so even with the Manta style, like, I'm not
Even
sure
with level 25.
Yeah. But he's still got it, so, might as well make use of it, right?
Yeah, maybe he should just buy some Tombs of Knowledge, get a little bit smarter.
I don't think he can do that at level 25.
Yeah, I don't know. He just needs to do something to increase his intelligence. I always thought books were good for that.
Smash. So he can die, buy back, have another rapier, and die again.
I guess that's the thing.
Oh
Then
yeah,
Windrunner just walks down mid lane with a 2 rapier.
that would be one hell of a focus fire. Like at that point, just drop your BKB and your Blink Dagger. Just move forward with two Divine Rapiers. I'm pretty sure you'd kill a tower in 4 hits.
Little bit more, but something close to that.
All right, slow siege coming out from you Wolves. They want to stop this. We're already 60 minutes into this game. I think we both expected this to happen, but feared it at the same time. This draft is not very forgiving for the players, for the casters, for the fans. So now moving
Yeah,
through the mid
I'm
lane.
just feeling a little bit with Purge and OD Pixel when they casted the C9 game.
Oh yeah, well I'm no OD Pixel, so
I'm no Purge, but still, like they pretty much felt the same pain. I mean, it wasn't the best years, but I mean, right now we're almost about 5 hours of pure casting without a real pause in
we're
between.
we're more than 5 hours into this series. We're way more than 5 hours into
Oh
this
yeah,
series.
it's actually more like 7 hours, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's right around 7 actually. This is eh, it stretches out those vocal cords, right? You're not gonna be talking at all tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah,
the swap back. Hold on. Van, he gets back on the low ground. Ben has. He comes through. The vacuum in. The wall's there. M-God, they're all keeping alive, even though they're dropping so damn low. Van was able to get the Omni Slash off. Now he is forsaken to die, but he has not died yet. Double buyback. Both down. The GG called immediately after the fight. 62 minutes, and it all blows up like an atomic bomb. Not today. They just had nothing left. After all of that damage from the Divine Rapiers coming through from the Ember Spirit, everything else, like, I don't know, there's just nothing to stay alive through all of that. The onslaught was too much. Whew. That's it. We survived.
yeah,
They didn't,
we
but
did
we
it.
did.
I think not today's problem was just that they didn't have enough team fight overall consistently in their drafts. And sometimes they were just able to dominate early enough to keep the snowball rolling. But yeah, most of the time it was as soon as it went late, Evolves just had the superior team fight and therefore won the team fights and therefore won the game.
Yeah, this is just E-Wolves. They've proven throughout all the games to have that superior team fight, and these drafts are no exception. But I gotta give Not Today a lot of credit. They've played all games of the series incredibly well, taking this 2 games off and turning it into a Game 5 series. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better set of players from these guys. So I gotta say to all the people out there watching us tonight, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, Illumini, for being the co-cast for tonight. You've done fantastic. Let them know where they can find you if they want to follow you in the future.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at at Illumini
I think it's right there in the title too,
at
if you look for the
Illumini.
spellings.
Hmm?
I think it's
Oh
right there in the
yeah,
title
I
too.
probably have to type it down.
I gotcha. Well, also, you can find me at Tedcast at STDEV Stats for the Statsman tonight at Latrodectus Dota. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us. That's it for the series. Elite Wolves.